Welcome to Southwest Florida Happenings, the show that gives a voice to the Southwest Florida community. I'm your host, Mary Ann Suppressi, with What's Up Southwest Florida. And joining me in the studio today is Carmine and Doryane Lombardo. Carmine's a local author, and his lovely wife, Dorayne, is an illustrator. And we are going to be talking about some of the children's books you have written over the course of years. So welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, well,
Thank you
so
for
great
having
to
us.
be here. It's fantastic.
So, Carmine, how long have you been writing?
Well, I've been writing ever since I was 16, so I'm 86 now. It's not too long, but
about 70 years.
It's some years, right.
And how long have you been illustrating?
About the same time,
About
but
the
I'm not 86 though. But that's
So this has been a lifelong
yes,
passion.
lifelong passion.
So why children's books?
Well, to be honest with you, I had written poetry, I had written many musicals, and the children's books became very close to me because as a teacher, I saw a lot of things that were interesting to kids and how the stories really influenced their lives. And so I decided, well, maybe I can, direct some of my energy in that genre, and that's how it happened.
Oh, well, that kind of makes sense.
It makes sense, I guess.
So, Dorayne, you actually wrote and illustrated one yourself.
Yes, I did.
Called Herman Loved Lions.
Got to put the tongue in the right spot.
Herman Loved
Herman
Yeah, I
loved
can't do that. So, what prompted you to not only write that, but to do it in that kind of speaking voice?
Well, we had a son that had colic, and there was no way to keep him quiet. He cried and cried and cried. So just one day I started to talk like that. And I thought, oh, that shut him up. And then I thought, well, maybe we can put a little story together. And he had this little lion stuffed thing. And I thought, well, Herman loved lions. And that's how it started.
And so what's the story, if you want to show everybody the book?
Okay.
And what's a little bit of the story of that?
It's a little boy who lives in Africa with his mother, his father, his sister, his brother, and he loves lions. That's his main thing. And the lion, of course, gets hungry during the story. And when he comes home from school, every day somebody's missing. But he still loves lions. That's, finally, at the end of the story, he comes home and they're all back again. And so I don't know if I want to give away
No, you don't
the
want to
end,
give it. No, don't
but
give the end away.
Anyway, it ends up happy for this little boy, and he still loves lions.
So, and Carmine, you've got some other books here that you guys have written. Do you want to show our viewers a little bit about
One
it?
of them is Growing Up with God, and it's a very inspiring book for children to get closer to God because as we see in many of our schools, the children have lost respect, and there's a lot of things that are prevalent in the schools that are due to the fact that they're not following really the commands of a good teacher. In any event, this has been coming for a long time. My wife illustrated the books. This one right here, the main picture is really, about have you ever seen the sun come up? And so it deals with inspirational sayings that show appreciation for, our Creator.
And then you have a coloring book.
This coloring book over here is I Am Country Music is just an outpouring of something that we had been associated with for, maybe 14, 15 years in Nashville. There was a major project that was supposed to be considered with this, but it didn't work through, so we decided to put it into a country music book. It's the history of country music. It's been researched for about almost a year, and Dorayne did a good job on it.
And then you have this one. You don't have the book because it's sold out.
I sold out. Love and the Lily Power sold out. I read this story to almost about 450 students in the Cape Coral, Florida area, Southwest Florida area, and also in Conway and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's all about love and true friendship. The response was phenomenal.
As you can tell, since we don't have any more books.
That's right.
So we encourage you to, consider it.
Okay, so where can people find these books?
They can find it at PJ Books in Fort Myers.
Which is on Reflections Parkway,
Right,
next to
and then-
Jason's Deli.
Right, and then also on Amazon.com in CreateSpace.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And to our viewers, if you're in the market for some children's books, these are definitely right on target. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for watching Southwest Florida Happenings, the show that gives a voice to the Southwest Florida community.